I have been a RuneScape player for about 18 years. I achieved a max cape on RuneScape 3 back in July 2013. The completionist cape followed shortly after in October 2013, and now it sits there in my bank collecting dust. I never cared to get it back because I got it once, then it just wasn't fun anymore. So to make it fun, I decided to make a challenge for myself. I'm not allowed to trade or use the Grand Exchange, so I have to get everything myself. And technically, I'm not allowed to die either, even though I did die for that clip, but the good thing is I'm not going to be using my main account. I actually wanted to make a new account to explore all the things that have been put into the game that I never looked into because I was too high of a level to care. The ultimate goal of this account is at least a completionist cape, but I want to go after smaller goals first. If you've been watching me for a while, you probably already guessed what the first one is. I'm going for a quest cape. Yay! No? Nobody? If you know me, I love quests. No, really, I love quests. I love the stories, the quirky little dialogues, inside jokes, and references that the NPCs say that most of you, yeah, I'm talking to you, don't even pay attention to because they just spacebar through all the dialogue. I bet you get to an unnecessarily hard quest boss and it's like, I don't even know what I did to piss you off, but I'm not sorry because I'm still gonna kill you. I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of this over the past few years, especially when they want to include 10-minute long cutscenes. I used to be into lore, which is what got me into quests in the first place, but I've just been focused on getting the videos out, so we're venturing on a new journey, while taking the opportunity and taking all the dialogue, give my opinions and reactions on it, all while taking you along. My main objective is to stay alive, which will take priority over everything else. Without further ado, let me introduce you to my Hardcore Ironman, semi-hard CIM. Before we begin, there is something I want to show you first. If I go to my stats first account, you'll see that I already have quite a few levels. I came up with this idea months ago and decided to start AFKing some stuff, fishing for food, divination to eventually make signs of life. Hunter I got while capturing chronicles doing divination, and cooking is from cooking some of what I fish. So this is my starting point. Like I said, the main objective is to stay alive and everything I did here was for that purpose. I haven't done any quests though, and the first one I'm going to be doing is Cook's Assistant. To give you a bit of RuneScape history, it's one of the first in the game and probably the quest that everyone used to do first. Back in days, players would start the game off in Tutorial Island. After completing that, they'll be sent to Lumbridge. The cook was there, the entire quest takes place here, and it's easy, but I believe the game starts in Berthorpe these days. Anyways, the premise of this quest is that he has to make a cake for the Duke's birthday, but he forgets the ingredients as if that's not an important aspect of his job. Not only that, but there's special ingredients, so you can't get them anywhere, and when you ask him where to get them, he says,
"That's the problem. I don't exactly know. I usually send my assistant to get them for me, but he quit."
What exactly was your plan here, buddy? To give you some more RuneScape history, the old version of this quest just required a regular bucket of milk, a regular egg, and a regular pot of flour. Old school actually still has this version of the quest. The point I'm trying to make is all those items are tradable and can be bought off the Grand Exchange, but in RuneScape 3, the items are not tradable even if you're not an Iron Man. I need some top quality milk from a prize dairy cow, a super large egg, which is already on the floor, so I don't know where this came from, but presumably from a super large chicken, and finally some extra fine flour. That took some effort, right? Well, when I bring the stuff back to the cook, he does say thank you, so that's cool. Then my character asks,
"So, do I get to go to the Duke's party?"
He says,
"I'm afraid not. Only the big cheeses get to dine with the Duke."
Fair enough, but when my character says,
"Well, maybe one day, I'll be important enough to sit at the Duke's table."
He says,
"Maybe, but I won't be holding my breath."
You son of a... Just for that, I hope you get fired next time. See if I help you then. I'll take the rewards though, which are 1 quest point, 300 cooking XP, 500 coins, 20 cooked sardines, and access to the cook's range. If you're wondering why when I showed you my stats earlier that my fishing level is so much higher than my cooking when my objective there was to get food, I spent more time fishing because it's slower and more AFKable, so I would rather do that. I did start some cooking, but then realized I didn't want to spend all that time fishing just to burn most of it. The cook's range has a lower chance of burning food than other ranges. I definitely want to unlock this and eventually cooking gauntlets as well. The only downside to his range is the distance to the bank, but I think it's worth it for lower level cooking on an Iron Man at least. Next up, the Restless Ghost. The priest in Lumbridge, Father Eric, has a ghost haunting his graveyard right outside and needs our help to exorcise it, except neither of us actually know what to do. So who are you gonna call? Father Ernie, who's on a meditation retreat in the swamp. He gives me a ghost speak amulet and explains usually ghosts don't move on because there's something that they still need to do, which is what ties them to his world, and he wants me to use the amulet to go talk to the ghost to figure out what that is, which isn't very helpful actually, because how do we know this spirit isn't evil? I can't get some holy water or something, keep it in my back pocket so I can flick it at him if necessary, chant something in Latin. I watched all 15 seasons of Supernatural, I know what I'm talking about. Alright, turns out he's not evil, he just needs some head. Well, I'm not doing it. Oh, my bad. He needs his head for his physical body in the coffin. Skull is right here on this rock, and when I take it, a skeleton warlock will appear, but I don't have to fight him. So, see you later, sucker. Put the skull in his coffin, and that's it. The rewards are 1 quest point, 125 prayer XP lamp, 5 ancient bones that give 200 prayer XP each, and Father Eric has a reward as well, which I know is gravestone upgrades. If I were to use up all these lamps and bones, it would bring me straight to level 9. I wish I could be more excited about this. If this were old school, I would go for 43 right away for protect from melee, as that basically blocks all damage, whereas in this game it only blocks some, and considering I would also have to get prayer potions on my own as an Iron Man, I don't even know if that's worth it. Shield Arrav. There was once a great hero named Arrav who we'll come to learn more about in later quests, but this one is about a shield which was on display in the Varric Museum. It was stolen from the museum by the notorious Phoenix gang. Our mission is to find this gang and retrieve the shield. Raldo, the librarian, has no idea where they are, but he heard that the fur trader in the marketplace has connections to them. Let me tell you something. In my opinion, almost everybody in this quest is just a terrible person. Let's start with this guy, the fur trader, who didn't want to get in trouble for talking about the Phoenix gang in public and especially not reveal their hideout. Oh no, never that, unless you give him 10 coins. Like, really? You gave your boys up for 10 coins. Straven, the leader of the Phoenix gang, asked me to kill somebody for him who's meeting with the rival gang. And when I say everybody in this quest is a terrible person, I'm including myself in that because I just do it. In the middle of the bar, nonetheless, in front of all these witnesses. I got into the gang though, who I'm now going to rob of their half of the shield. I'm also taking 2 of their crossbows. Their rivals are known as the Black Arm Gang, which was founded by a former member of the Phoenix gang who stole the other half of the shield when they left. Back in the day, you used to have to find a partner to join each of the gangs, and you would work together to get each shield half and complete the quest together. But this is now a solo quest, and you can just join both. I had to speak with this Katrine lady. You know, you would think at some point she might be like, hey, some of my guys said they saw you running out of the nearby bar where my contact was killed. Or hey, some of my guys saw you hanging around the Phoenix gang. Nope. Wasn't me. Can I join your gang though? I got these 2 crossbows for you that I definitely stole, and the Phoenix gang didn't just let me take them because I'm actually a part of their organization. Alright, she believed me. I'm in. Now I'm going to further betray her trust and steal her half of the shield as well. Somehow combine these 2 halves without any tools like their Legos or something. Give the shield to the king, who gives me a whole 1,200 coins, which was apparently a fortune when they originally set the bounty for the shield. You guys just never thought to raise it, huh? And expect someone besides me was dumb enough to do everything I just did to get this back for you. This king, also a terrible person. On a serious note, I'm actually happy to receive any amount of coins as a low-level Iron Man because I have no idea how to make money right now. Speak to Gertrude. Hello, are you okay?
Do I look okay? Those kids drive me crazy.
Well, okay then. Gertrude's cat. This quest is about a cat lady named Gertrude whose kids drive her crazy. Should have worn a condom, but more importantly, she lost her cat. Now we have to go speak to her kids to see if they can help find the cat. Here are the kids. Hello there, I've been looking for you and it's important.
I didn't mean to take it. I just forgot to pay.
You know what? I'm not going to judge. I'm a member of both the Phoenix gang and the Black Arm gang.
If I told you that, it wouldn't be a secret. What if I need to escape from the law? I need a hideout.
Apparently, the cat followed these kids to their hideout, and I need to know where it is. Now this kid is trying to extort me for 100 coins to tell him where the hideout is. The Phoenix gang should recruit this kid. You see the guy in the mink over there? He gave his friends up for 10. He could learn a thing or two. Okay then, I'll pay, but I want you to tell your mother what a nice person I am. She got enough kids, bro. So the cat got moved from the lumberyard to this random building in Varrock. I gave her some milk and some food, and she still doesn't want to go home because she's missing her kittens, who is conveniently in this other random building next door. This part of the quest used to make me so mad. I mean, at least the first time I ever did it. So the kittens are hidden somewhere in the jiggling crates, but in the old version of the quest, at least back in the lumberyard, the crates would move around and you would have to follow it like an idiot because you would just find nothing most of the time. Not sure if this one moves, but it was a much smaller area to deal with. Alright, Fluffs is happy, cute little cutscene, everyone go home. She's gonna give me a kitten as a reward? I think my guy wants the other type.
Oh, by the way, the kitten can live in your backpack, but to ensure it grows, you must take it out. Feed it and stroke it often.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Quest complete, 1 quest point, about 1500 cooking XP, chocolate cake, bowl of stool, a kitten, and the ability to raise them into cats. Next up, jungle potion. I have to talk to this guy, Trufitis, near the village at Taibo in Karamja. This place is pretty dead because the villagers don't want to stay. This guy wants to make a special brew out of very special herbs that can only be found in a deep jungle. Ooh, sounds like a party. Essentially, what you do for this entire quest is that he gives you a clue as to where a herb is. You go get it, bring it back to him, and he gives you a clue for the next one. You do this with a total of 5 herbs, and you do have to bring him each one before you can get the next one, so not like you can gather all 5 and bring it to him all at once. Very annoying, and on top of that, as a hardcore Iron Man, even though I don't have to fight anything, I still have to be afraid of death, because just about everything in this part of the island is aggressive and is much stronger than me, which is why I have full inventory of food. Anyways, There's a last herb. I can finish the preparations for the potion, and at last divine with the gods, blah blah. I must now prepare. Please excuse me while I make the arrangements. I just did all that, and I'm not even invited to your party. Whatever. Quest complete, 1 quest point, and 775 herb lore XP, which brings me to level 9. I'm going to stop right here for this episode. Let me know what you think, anything I can improve on, stuff like that. This is my first time making a video like this, and I don't really want to spend too much time on it without getting some feedback. If you enjoyed it, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for future episodes to come if you haven't already. This video was brought to you by the awesome members of my Patreon. If you want access to some exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. There's also a link to my Twitter and Discord where you can interact with me. Catch you later. Peace.